What's up, fantasy managers? Welcome into this week's Fantasy Fuel Up, brought to you by Ray Autogroup. And as always, Ray Scarpelli is here to give you his 3 starts, his 3 sits, and his sleeper of the week. Everyone should be in their playoffs by now, unless you're like me and you just didn't get in. But if you're watching this, you probably have a big fantasy matchup this week in the playoffs. So, Ray, get us started. Your start of the week at quarterback.
What's up, guys? My start of the week at quarterback, and here, I'll be honest with you, full disclosure, I'm in my semi right now. To give you a little bit of background, I had Justin Herbert go down with an injury, so my start of the week is Gino Smith at quarterback. He is playing Tennessee. He's got 3 elite weapons in JSN, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. That run game looks like it's getting going. I mean, here, Drew Lock beat the Eagles on Monday night, so I expect Geno Smith to be even better. So he's my start of the week at quarterback.
All right, how about a running back?
At running back, I've got James Cook. As some of you unfortunately found out this last week, he is the hottest running back entering into these fantasy playoffs. He just put up 35 points against a Dallas defense that was very good all year. I think Buffalo discovered something with their run game. Instead of Allen to Diggs, it's now the James Cook show. So start him with confidence against the Chargers.
All right, and then how about at wide receiver?
At wide receiver, I've got Rashid Rice. He's an emerging wide receiver for Kansas City. He's really broken out over these last couple weeks. In the beginning of the season, it took a little bit of time for him to get going, but for those of you that maybe played him in your first round of the playoffs, I mean, he is the wide receiver 1 for that Chiefs team. So I'd expect to start him with confidence, especially with a reeling Las Vegas defense.
One of my favorites from the draft last spring, Rashid Rice, and what a great fit it's turned out to be in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes obviously needing a lot of help there, and Rice has definitely emerged. Okay, how about your sits for the week? We'll start with your quarterback.
So, as some of you might be aware, whether you're just watching the NFL or whether you're playing fantasy, either way, this is the year of the backup quarterback. I mean, there has been so many quarterback injuries that have happened throughout the National Football League. And, you know, this guy over the last couple of weeks, my sit has played very well. But if some of you have been following with the recent news with Jamar Chase with a separated shoulder, I'm going to go with Jake Browning as my sit. I know some of you might be streaming him. There's some other better candidates out there. Baker Mayfield might be available on your waiver wire. I would start him instead of Jake Browning. They're playing the Pittsburgh defense. I just don't think it's a good matchup for him.
All right, and then how about at running back?
Devin Singletary. And here, this is another popular one that might have this running back might have gotten you into your playoffs. He kind of took the job from Dameon Pierce as the lead back in Houston, but Houston kind of has a mess of injury problems right now. Nico Collins may or may not play. I'm hoping he does. I got him in my league. CJ Stroud might be out this week, so you've got Case Keenum. He attempted to throw, I want to say it was like 40 passing attempts, but they're playing the Cleveland defense, and I just think Cleveland's really going to contain Singletary, so he's my sit.
And then finally, wide receiver.
Terry McLaurin, a.k.a. Scary Terry. Love the guy. He's one of my favorite wide receivers in the league, but I just think his quarterback situation right now is a little bit murky. I mean, there's word that, Sam Howell may or may not be healthy. They might start Brissett, and plus they're playing the Jets defense. I mean, as some of you guys might have been following some of our other videos and other content that we put out, I'm a big fan of the Jets defense. They've done a really good job of containing quarterbacks, wide receivers. So I just think Terry's just drawing a bad matchup.
All right, then maybe this is the most important question because, sometimes in these semifinal games, late in the year, playoffs, you just get one guy that's sort of a sleeper that pops off and wins you a league. So who is your sleeper for this very important playoff weekend?
So my sleeper is Josh Palmer. Now, here, he's been on IR. He's a good player when he's healthy, okay? One of his games, he had 110, 114 with a touchdown. He's available in most leagues. I'd pick him up and play him and flex him. Easton Stick, another backup quarterback, has to have somebody to throw to. They got Mike Williams out. Keenan Allen's been a little bit banged up. Austin Eckler's not playing really well. So I think Josh Palmer's going to get a ton of targets, and I think he's a good flex option.
So, Ray, you've been hooking us up with fantasy advice all season long, and a lot of these has hit. I mean, your hit rate has been incredible. What can you hook people up with if they come by and stop by the dealership here as the year ends?
So here, I love relationships. I love helping people out, whether it's solving a fantasy problem or a car problem. I'm your guy. So here, I could tell you with confidence that everything that we've got online, any new car, any used car, everybody qualifies for that price. I'm a big relationships guy, and I'm not looking to just sell you one car. I'm looking to sell you multiple cars, and we've got a ton of good deals going on right now. I've got over $10,000 off on select Ram and Silverado trucks. If you're looking for a tailgating truck while you're watching football, I can't think of any two better trucks than that. So,
absolutely. So check them out. Ray Chevy, Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right next to each other on Route 12 in Fox Lake. Stop by. Also, if you mention CHGO, you can get a free oil change while you're there. Sneak that in before the year ends as well. Maybe you're going on a road trip here for Christmas weekend, New Year's, whatever you got going on. Get those oil change, free oil change if you mention CHGO. Ray's been hooking it up all year long. We really appreciate it. Ray Scarpelli from the Ray Auto Group. This has been this week's Fantasy Fuel Up.
We all silly like the mayor.